Hey everyone, NFL preseason week 2 kicks off tonight. We're going to talk about the Patriots and Eagles for you for free. And we'll tell you what's going on over at the website. But a heads up, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time today, live on Twitter and Facebook. Tony George's Vegas Beat, courtesy of Doc Sports, exclusively on StreamYard, which is simulcast live on Twitter and Facebook. Myself and Griff Murphy talking about this week in the preseason. Probably give you a couple of free picks for the weekend. Talk a little bit about baseball and preview the hottest show anywhere last year in football, the Gridiron Six-Pack, found right here on this channel beginning next Tuesday. That went 68.7% last year, gets spread over 100 game sample size on that show for free. So we're going to preview that because that show launches next week on this channel. Find that show on my Twitter account and go follow me. You're going to be getting a lot of free stuff, some updates from Vegas next week at T George Sports. Also, Facebook. Just type in Tony George Sports. Everybody's got a Facebook account. If you don't like Twitter/X, now it's X. And yes, I got verified as a premium account, so this week I can simulcast my StreamYard show live on Twitter, where last week, right when I brought the show on, it said it wouldn't go there because I didn't have the premium access. So I had to go give Elon Musk $89 a year. Hello. And get verified, which I did. But nonetheless, that show's on at 2 Central today. Tune in. The Vegas Beat, Griffin Murphy, Tony George, talking baseball, talking football, talking Gridiron Six-Pack, odds and ends in general, catching up, contest weekend schedule next week out at Circa in Vegas, all those fun things, raw, candid, unfiltered, at T George Sports. Follow me. Okay, let's get to this game here tonight. We'll tell you what's going on as we release all of our football today at Doc Sports, as every handicapper at Doc Sports does. So, Patriots taking on the Eagles. This line went up to 3.5, opened up at 2, 2.5 in some places. It's went up to 3.5. Now, we all know that Philadelphia doesn't give a rat's butt about the preseason. They've only covered 2 spreads under the current head coaching regime. He doesn't care about preseason. He's not playing any starters in the preseason. Now, we had him last week because of some different things that we saw and liked against the Ravens, everybody was on the Ravens because of Harbaugh's record in the preseason, but there were some things we found out in and about that game where we made a move on Philadelphia. And we got the win. Last second type win. That was our top pick of the weekend. We had 3 picks. We won 2 of them. That was the 2-unit play. We only have 3-unit plays max and only have 1 a season. By the way, it goes this Saturday. Would be my totals preseason game of the year on a 3-unit pick. We'll tell you about that in a minute. It'll be out today. But I took a look at this thing 6 ways from Sunday, and I thought I was right. I don't see a lot of scoring here. I mean, the strength of New England's team is their defense. They held Carolina to 7 first downs last week and 3 points. Philadelphia, Pickett, Will Greer, that's who you're going to see. Neither one of them anything special. Especially Pickett was a bust in Pittsburgh. He likes to give the ball to the other team. And he's just not that sharp. He looked great when he was playing for Pitt in college. But when he stepped up to the big boy plate and got out in the tall wheat with the big dogs trying to take a pee, you found out real quick he wasn't that good. Will Greer's nothing special either. I don't see nothing out of them. And New England, why they're such a heavy favorite here is you have a young team. You have a young, new head coach coming off a very bad year for New England. They want to instill a winning attitude with these youngsters and this team and get on track. I get it. That's why everybody loves them tonight. But now you got the hook on the 3. 2.5, worth a bet. 3.5, bad number. And bear in mind, when it comes to the NFL, you're betting numbers and not betting games. And you got to avoid those hooks if you're laying the hook, the half a point on the 3, the 6, the 7. Those hooks will kill you. You're better off taking them. I don't mind taking them. I just don't like laying them. And the preseason is not the time where you go buy a line down and lay 120 to get it on 3. Because it's just not that important of a game to either team. These teams are developing rosters and trying various combinations of things, which is why I only have 2 picks on the premium side of things this week. I don't spread it around in the preseason. That's my opinion. Somebody over at DOS could have the 6-play card for all I know. And I don't care. I don't care what anybody does over there. I care about what I do and what you guys are betting if you're following me. And I see, in my opinion, just doing my due diligence from a bankroll management standpoint, especially since we're killing it in baseball this year, to build bankroll up on proven commodities versus something that's totally volatile and inconsistent like the NFL preseason. But I don't think there's going to be a lot of scoring in this game. You're going to see Milton. You're going to see May. Both these guys are rookies for New England. They're not going to produce anything. And I just don't see Philadelphia doing a lot against this defensive schemes of New England. The total dropped from 36.5 down to 35.5. It did sit at 36 for quite a while this week. Now it's dropped down a half a point today, which kind of pisses me off. We didn't put this out yesterday. But I'm still going to play the under, and there's an outside chance of some rainy weather tonight, too, as I looked at the weather forecast. Wind's not going to be a problem, but at the end of the day, I'll take the under in this game tonight. Obviously, we're not selling the kids' college funds and unloading on the under on a preseason game on Thursday. However, I would lean under in this game. As I mentioned, the podcast goes at 2 o'clock Central today at T. George Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Tony George Sports. It's not on the YouTube channel. Griff Murphy and me, Vegas Beat. Tune in. And if you're at work or catching this late, it'll be archived at both those places as well. You can play it whenever you want after it's live. Okay? And if you're watching live, I'll turn the comments thing on. You can make some comments. Okay, we have a single play in Major League Baseball and a very short card. Nice bounce back yesterday, 2-0 sweep yesterday, including my Royals, who we gave you for free 2 nights ago. Yeah. My staff capper talked me into that game. Now, I didn't want to bet him, but he had his algorithm came out. We got to get on him. Okay, and then we had San Diego as well for a 2-0 sweep plus $700 day. Plus 7 units. Off a 1-1 split the day before. One bet only on the short card day. 3-unit run line system play this afternoon. Now, we're releasing our only 3-unit pick of the NFL season on a 2-pack, both games Saturday. This would be considered my preseason totals play of the year. Easy money. 2-1 last week. Hit our top pick on the board last week, as we mentioned. So get over to Docs. Free $60. Link in the description below. You've never been a member, we'll park $60 in your account. There's a tab on the website that comes with a profit guarantee and absolutely no strings, hassles, or obligations. You don't like me, I don't care. Not everybody. That's why we got 12 other guys over there. A couple of text-based services. Consensus service, which is doing pretty good this year. The 11th Hour Sports, a couple of these others. So if you want a text-based service, you can get the plays late in the day as they pop up. All kinds of different flavors is what I'm saying to you. Okay? Don't forget tomorrow, right here on this channel. Big Ten Breakdown. Chris Schmidt, Hell Varsity Radio, Big Ten expert. Out of Lincoln, Nebraska, ESPN 1480. He's on every year. Every year he gives you a surprise team in the Big Ten. When he comes back from Big Ten Media Days and he interviewed Matt Rule and a bunch of the head coaches, we're going to have Chris on this channel tomorrow, probably around 2 o'clock. The show will be up. We'll be breaking down the Big Ten and talking about my alma mater and a team that he covers every day and knows inside and out better than anybody in the country. That would be the Nebraska Cornhuskers, along with the rest of the Big Ten. It's not totally biased, but Nebraska, an interesting story this year. Flipped a 5-star quarterback recruit from Georgia, whose daddy was a Remington Award winner playing center for Nebraska back in the day, Dominique Royola. Going to start for Nebraska this year. He's a game changer. We're going to talk about how big of a game changer he's going to be tomorrow, right here on this channel, as we do a Doc Sports podcast exclusive for you. Be sure and tune in for that on Friday.